EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of a moment ago as the Bears emerge from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
Our first carry now for Jordan Howard. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This is Howard on 2nd down. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at about the 14. So possession goes over here on the punt. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Good to see this man running again. Here's Chris Carson, and he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now the rookie first-rounder from San Diego State, it's Rashad Penny, and he'll be tackled at about the 35. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here, 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Over the middle, and it's caught. Brandon Marshall. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
They had enough yards for the 1st down, but a clutch hit right there defensively jars it free. No 1st down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And down he'll go at the 25. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They go counter with Howard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now.
We got 3. Ran's up.
Trubisky with a give to Howard. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Wilson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. He was trying to hit his big receiver, Brandon Marshall, and it's third down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And they're going to get this one up to the 35-yard line. Baldwin's first catch going to be good enough for a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Penny. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Wilson to throw. That's caught by the rookie, Rashad Penny. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. There's a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression. And when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads. And able to come back and find him in open space, that's a really nice play.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 20. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out.
Let's go. We're on the ball after this. Move.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. It seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now Wilson on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his big target, Brandon Marshall. And it's 2nd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Carson. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Now Howard, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They go play action here on 1st down. Going for the deep ball. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Wilson. His throw incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, Wilson completes it to Dixon. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Wilson now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball, but he's got a first down here. Now Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett, and he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
Gotta go, hurry up, let's go.
On first down, Wilson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. A 2nd down carry for Procise. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
19.
From the gun, Wilson steps away to his left. Open man, it's Vanette. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Play action. Now Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Deion Bush with a pick. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now it's Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now Trubisky on first down. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Wilson now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. That is caught inside the 5. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. Wilson will throw again. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. They were looking for Marshall that time, and now it's second down. Throwing again here. Wilson leaves it for Penny. That is touchdown number 1 of the NFL career of former Aztec Rashad Penny, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff. Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Onto the field now come the Bears. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Aaron Lynch. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it's Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
He's got a man open. That's Marshall. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Brandon Marshall, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. So now a two-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. Here's Wilson. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. The fades are tough because you need a perfectly placed pass. They got one there.
That they did. Now, I used to have a former partner I worked with who hated the fade pass. Where do you stand on it?
I do not like it because you're going into a corner. You don't have any room. What do you think? You're the analyst.
I love it when they complete it. Then it's a heck of a call.
Yeah, well, that's not very gutsy.
Yeah, it really isn't.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming up?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now a play fake here on first down. And Gabriel's got him. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 49 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
On first and goal, Howard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now Trubisky. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. Parkey adds the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
Tempo. Look for signals.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penning. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
14.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Again, it's Howard. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Parkey with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll dump it off to Procise. Got some room at the 30. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody has that ability, they want them on their team.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Tempo. Bring out.
Now it's Carson. And an alley to run. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Tempo, baby, let's go. Let's go to work. Come on.
Here's Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. First down, Seahawks. Wilson to Baldwin.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
There's Wilson to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Khalil Mack. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Back now at Soldier Field. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the shotgun, Wilson. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Seahawks on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 19. From the gun, it's Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And Janikowski bangs it through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Come on, gotta go, gotta go. 18. Blue.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's going to loft one deep left, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chicago! Allen Robinson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Now Parkey for the extra point. He adds the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
14, 18.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. It's caught right side, Dixon. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Wilson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Baldwin. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Play action. It's Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Gotta go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Now Wilson operating from the gun. He hits Baldwin right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson, 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the 4th. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out to kick is Janikowski. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd. Waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
On 1st down, Trubisky. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. On the handoff, this is Howard. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Trubisky will throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. On 2nd down, Wilson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jonathan Bullard. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. In there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Baldwin. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. He's going to field this at the 4. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. A give to Howard. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Hey, 18.
He'll look to throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big 1st down.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been terrific so far. And out now come the Seahawks. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game. Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
And they'll try to close it out now. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
On 3rd down, Penny. And an alley to run. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. His longest run of the game right there, and a pretty good time for it. A huge third down conversion late.
Love the mindset. Love the way he flipped the switch late in the game, needed a big run, and helped produce it with great leverage from the offensive line. But you also know what happens, too. The defense stacks the line. So if you can break through that first barrier, there's usually plenty of room to run.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Seahawks, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.